box. Sitting on my computer at the moment, just so I can cast a die. Just so you can potentially hear the die rattling around. Turning off my noise gate, so things will be a bit easier to pick up. So I'm gonna try angling my mic down. That should do it. So obviously you can't see the game. I got this. I made this. It is a simple thing. Actually should write down, just, you know, so I have it handy. Between each roll, I didn't notice that me flipping through pages here is fully audible with the noise gate. This page should do it. So we got 6 characters. I have a D6. Hold on. Let me throw out a test throw. See how audible it is. Pretty audible. That was a 3. So had that been, you know, a legitimate throw, that would have been a white mage. So we are setting up the party based on how I roll. Hold on a sec. There we go. I do also have okay, so for whatever reason, game capture just didn't pick up Final Fantasy, so let me do that. Window capture. It's probably not as clean as it would be, so let me drop game capture to the bottom. Bring that back. Alright. No more lollygagging. Got the notes right here. First party member. Warrior. So scoop the mouse, get that out of the way so I can write. Warrior. I don't remember which one that is. I think that's thief. So we got number 1. I've never run a game of this with the thief. Red mage. Okay, come on, white mage. Come on, I want my white mage. Another red mage. Okay, so yeah. Warrior, thief, red mage, red mage. Very nice. So that potentially means. Hold on. Up. The box is on. That should do it, I think. My screen's actually being pushed by that. Headphones. Because I didn't put them on while I rolled the dice. Or die. Oh, that. I could have had that going. That music in the background, the prelude. Ah, that would have been real nice. Okay. Let me turn on my noise gate. And that volume doesn't look too bad compared to how my voice is. Let me turn that off. And we can begin. Alright, I didn't even think of names. I'm gonna use a fantasy name generator. I'm gonna whip out the generator first before I do anything. I mean, it's still fine regardless, considering it has some soothing music. Alright. Sorry, I got distracted by something. Fantasy name generator. Oh shit, this thing is way more involved than I thought. Let's go with Celtic Irish names. Suddenly, I don't think I want to use Celtic Irish. Because they're all really long. Names. I'm skimming to see if they have just basic medieval names. And no. Renaissance English, let's use that. Alright, so it was Warrior Thief. So good. There. I like the name Osgood for this. From this little list of name generations. Or, ooh, Seagrick. Up to 12 characters. Or 6 full width characters, or 12 half width characters. Whatever the hell that means. Next. Robert. Gerard. Just Gerard. Percival. You know, yeah, let's go with Percival for the thief. Percival. I got a few good ones this time, this roll. Let's see. I go to hit shift outside because I just immediately assumed to be able to type. Ooh, nope. Alfige. That doesn't sound real. I'm getting rid of that. Maximilian. Can I use that? I can, but let's go with the first one I saw, Edmund. Oh shit, that's a good one. Wolfgar. There we go. That's our party. Get out of here, name generator. Oh shit. I didn't even notice that I could hit Q. Well, I already said Wolfgar, so. And that's it. That's the party. Not what I wanted to do. I wanted tab. There we go. Should it show up? I needed to get... I don't know how to get rid of that, to be honest. The world lies shrouded in darkness. Big gaps in text here. The winds die. The seas rage. Oh, cool. I can just get the mouse off. The earth decays. Is the audio okay? Of the game? I was about to say desktop. But the people believe in a prophecy, patiently awaiting its fulfillment. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. After a long journey, 4 young travelers did at last appear. And in the hand of each was clutched a crystal. They didn't list anything wrong with fire in that opening crawl. You know, refresher of the game. So, yeah, I can do auto battle. I probably won't. So I can switch party members 2 or 3. Z and X, or page up and pause. And down. So, minimap off. Encounters on and off. I didn't notice that. Default speed is with walk and run. So, and we're gonna go into the town first. Cornelia. This is Cornelia, the city of dreams. So, I did choose to have the arrangement version of music on, because I figured that'd be easier on the ears compared to the original format of the music. Let's take a peek at your reflection in the water. Ugh, you're filthy. Use this to wash up. Hi there, I'm a dancer. What's that? You wanna dance with me? Hee hee. It's a well. It looks like you could climb inside, but you can't. Really. Restore the crystals to grace. Welcome. Everyone can wear leather armor. Only 3 of them can wear chainmail, so I tried using the arrow keys for a sec there. There. It is going to take some getting used to use left shift to close out. There. The evasion does go down a little. But you know, look at that defense. Oh wait, no, I want to talk to you again. Sell the clothes. So, weight, I believe, affects evasion. So, yeah, it'll cause me to get hit a little more, most likely. Then I end up being able to tank it better. No one can use nunchaku. That is a monk weapon, I believe. Everyone starts with a knife. Staff is primarily for black mage. Everyone can use rapier. You lose accuracy though. That's alright. Attack +9. Only the warrior can use that. Oh, lose out on 1 point of accuracy. Ooh. Okay. There. So, it is worth noting, magic works a little differently in this game. I might consider making Edmund the healing type character here. The damage on dead and evasion. Even though technically, I believe it works in this game that You can cast healing magic on undead, cause them damage.
Oh, please. You must rescue the princess.
Bad old lady voice. See, that's partially what this game is all about now. Me making very bad voice acting.
Find anything to your liking.
Although, I actually will put that on him. And we should be good. What's the old man back here say?
Sage Lucan said something about finding the crescent moon. Then he just up and left town.
So, hold on. If... What button is it? So, pressing Q will give me a full-blown map like this. Which is it? Not X. Tab opens the menu. Clearly, I should have looked harder at the controls. Because there's a... Nope. Map resizing button. You know what? Hold on. I'm not seeing that choice. So I'm not gonna worry about it.
The king truly believes in Lucan's prophecy that the warriors of light will come to save the princess.
Please rescue Sarah. Lady Sarah.
Odd voice for a girl. So this is for if you don't have Phoenix Downs. Let me take a drink real quick. I'm not going to talk to this guy because I have no need to. So, when a character dies, or, falls in battle, they stay down. If you don't have a Phoenix down, so if you tried using a tent, and let's say 3 of your characters are up, and only one of them is down, then those 3 characters would be the ones to get the health back.
The king is searching for the prophesied warriors of light. Those crystals. You must see the king at once.
And this guy just immediately sends me to the king.
Welcome, travelers. I am told you carry crystals. Is this true? It's just as Lucan's prophecy foretold. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come.
Your Majesty, we cannot be certain that these are the warriors foretold by the prophecy.
Yet they stand before us with the crystals. I cannot dismiss this as a mere coincidence. Crystal Bears, there is a task I would ask of you. Will you rescue my daughter, Sarah?
Garland, a knight once in his Majesty's service has abducted Princess Sarah. I ask for your aid in the name of His Majesty, the King of Cornelia. Garland has taken refuge in the Chaos Shrine, which lies to our north. course, we did attempt to save the princess ourselves. Garland is the finest swordsman in the kingdom. We have none who can match him.
I have heard that you wish to journey to the continent to our north. The bridge leading north was lost long ago, making passage impossible. If you could rescue Sarah, I will have the bridge rebuilt as a token of my gratitude. Go now, warriors of light, and do not fail me.
If I do press 2 and 3, I can cycle through them. I swear I'm swapping between 2 red mages. Promise. I like walking around as a red mage because of how cool they look. And I don't think blue mages became a thing to like Final Fantasy V. Let me loot the place.
My sister. I want my sister.
Says, another princess, I suppose. Oh, jeez, I gotta go around. I know there's treasure in here.
Please save Lady Sarah.
No accent, consistency here.
Garland was once the greatest knight in the kingdom. But power consumed him, and he lost sight of who he really was.
Man, this is some good music. This is a good arrangement.
Her Majesty's overcome with grief. She shut herself inside her chambers. Please try not to upset her.
I am Jane, Queen of Cornelia. Please, bring my daughter, my Sarah, back to me safely.
That's it. So ultimately, you will notice that these characters aren't the most deep. They serve their purpose. You'll also notice that this lives up to the name fantasy. Meanwhile, back on the world map. Boom, 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 boom. So I do think now is a good time to go tweaking this a little. I don't think front row and back row were in Final Fantasy 1, so I'm not going to worry about that. Let me go ahead. Oh, by the way, yes. Showing that I did, in fact, beat this once. Don't question the word gamer there. And I, very clearly have the basic setup characters there. With red wizard, black wizard, knight, and white wizard. I think that's what warrior turns into. Yeah. So that would be the bridge that
Battle.
Oh yeah, also because we just now... Oh, wait. So you'll notice that the damage on the red mage is a tad lower. There, see? No one leveled up. So, in general, the game will be a cakewalk after a certain level. I will say I'll do a little bit of padding to bump characters up a little, because you know Garland will kick your ass if you're not careful at the beginning. The letter Q will be our friend today. Let me see. Is it F1? I don't know. I was trying to do. Hold on. Yeah, it was off F1. But you know, it's overworld. Doesn't work like that. I should have just hit Q. I promise this is leading somewhere. Oh wait, no. There should be encounters inside Chaos Shrine. Which also has decent music.
Kill them spiders.
Black Widows, excuse me. Guess what? The music in this is a treat. Now I should be able to... There we go. Default walk speed run. Pick up the pace a little. Obviously for more brain intensive fights, like say, oh, I don't know, Garland, I'll not use auto battle. You'll also notice that enemies haven't hurt me yet. Or maybe they have, never mind. No, hold on, back. You cure on Percival. You know, the effects of magic also got tweaked. So we've got ourselves the first heal of the game. So I think he can wear this. Yep. Is it everyone? I want to make sure it's everyone. Yeah, if Warrior can do it, I'll assume it's everyone. I'd rather see the number for defense on him go up a little, considering that, you know, Percival's a little squishy. And oh shit, right. So, here's the thing with auto battle. With that particular character, whatever it is you picked last as an attack, box is dangling. Readjust me, I'm sitting, hold on. There we go. The last thing you chose, the last command, will be what they continue to do. So, as you saw just then with Edmund, since he last used Cure, he's gonna keep using Cure. So, obviously, next time I'm gonna, you know, tweak that a little. Because now I can't do it, because I've run out of uses. See, this would be a moment that Dia would come in handy, but, you know, no white mage. I am making sure to loot the place. I could just sit around for a little while too and just listen to the music. It's great. Although I've heard the soundtrack DLC, air quotes, for Steam is a fucking scam. Oh, you know what? I know what that is. That's for later. That is end of the game shit. 1 damage. Whoa, 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 whoa. What about you? Mystic Key.
Skeletals. Final.
And is the top left corner locked? Nope. Potion. And a tent. So, tents can only be used on the overworld or on a save point. Oh, crit! So I haven't entirely looked at Percival's commands. So, yeah, he just... I think in terms of, like, proper commands for unique stuff, thieves are better at running away. There. So, this is where it all starts. I believe currently this sprite of Garland is based on his Decidia form. I'm thinking of a good voice for Garland.
The king will have no choice but to exchange the kingdom for his daughter's life. Cornelia will be mine.
You know, angry sort of fella.
Who's there? The king's lapdogs. Do you have any idea who you're messing with? You really think you have what it takes to cross swords with me? Very well, Garland, will knock you all down.
Not as much energy at the end there, but whatever. I do kind of remember Garland being somewhat of a pushover. Yeah, see? It's all good. Secret didn't even die. Look at that health disparity. Everyone's level 5 now. So in this, Intellect affects magic. At least I'm pretty sure it does. So agility and stamina. Secret stays winning. I believe later titles will change stamina to speed. I think.
You've come to rescue me. I am Sarah, Princess of Cornelia. Words could never be enough to thank you. That's the first time anyone's ever defeated Garland. Except not really though, because time loop, but don't worry about that. You must allow me to show my gratitude. Please, accompany me to Castle Cornelia.
Alright, teleport. Don't mind that weird crystal thing in the back of the room. Nothing important about that. Oh shit, how did I do the voice?
Thank you for accompanying my daughter to my side. There can never be Now, there can be no doubt that you are the warriors of light from Lucan's prophecy. You should hear the prophecy in its entirety. Ahem. If I may, when darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. If they cannot gather the shards of light, then the darkness will consume all. The 4 crystals will never shine again.
In the original translation, it was orbs.
Now, I hear that a crystal can be found on the north continent to our north. Restoring light to the crystals is our only hope of ridding the world of the monsters which plague it. I will have the bridge to the north rebuilt, as I promised. I pray you succeed in restoring light to the 4 crystals and to the world.
So begins the game. Time for us.
Wait just a moment. Take this fucking horn thing or whatever.
Oh, sorry, loot.
This loot has been entrusted to the princesses of Cornelia for many generations. When he abducted me, Garland took this loot as well. This is known as...
Oh, fuck. Shit.
Chekhov's gun, that's the word, yes. I want you to have it. May it aid you on your journey. I hope you understand what a Chekhov's gun is.
You obtained the loot.
Get me out of here. The warriors of light. I can't thank you enough for saving Lady Sarah.
I think that section of map is meant to symbolize being a tower. Which, by the way, the art for Castle Cornelia also looks pretty cool.
Our ancestors sealed weapons within this treasure room 400 years ago. They then gave the key to the Elf King to hold until the coming of the Warriors of Light. Man, we really fucked up on that one. Our ancestors sealed weapons within this treasure room 400 years ago. I already read this. I say the same thing as that other guy. I dress like him too.
Alright, so I'm gonna actually go back to Castletown. Cutscene. Like, pseudo cutscene.
Order for His Majesty, we're to do our part to fulfill Lucan's prophecy.
I can't go faster than this. They really want you to see this bridge built. Almost there, guys. You can do it. There you go, buddy. Those chains are very important, you see.
What does this bridge have to do with the prophecy? Fuck if I know, guys. The warriors of light are here. They're here in Cornelia.
The original translation had it as Corneria. And once I cross that bridge, I get a title shot. How much gil do I have? Sorry, yeah. I don't recall it being called gil in the original version. I did want to buy... You know what? No, I'm not going to buy Focus. That seems like a ripoff. No, not that. This. the item shop, because I didn't actually show off the item shop here. So, you know, there's a few things. In the immediate future, I do not recall there being anything that causes these. Yeah, that way I have an even number. And well, I didn't buy any Phoenix Downs, so tough shit to anyone who gets downed. So, I want to talk for a moment. I always like these channels here. So, it was to the point that in Minecraft, whenever I make like a town like this or see a village, I would try reconstructing these using like stairs and shit and putting water inside the stairs. Make them the channels a bit thinner compared to like a full block here. Alright, so you can see on the mini-map, as locations are discovered, they pop up. You can see Castletown and Castle Cornelia on there, and you can see Chaos Shrine up there in the middle. Here comes the most well-known tune. Yeah.
And so their quest began. As the four warriors of light, they felt overwhelmed by the great task destiny had placed before them. They did not even know the true significance of the four crystals they held in their hands. The crystals that once, long ago, held a light that shone so brilliantly. The time for their journey had come. The time to cast off the veil of darkness and bring the world once more into light.
Stop ruining the fucking scene. Clearly, I should have started in offline mode with Steam. I might have to do that in the future. I love this song. And you can see Castle Cornelia in the distance. It's real good. Immediate. I don't recall seeing a inside Castletown, so I'm just gonna throw this out. Let me camp on the bridge. It's okay if it's in San Francisco. So this becomes useful later. This is a dock. Ah, jeez. So it's been long enough that I don't entirely remember the process of we're going through this game. So as you can tell, goblins are no longer a problem. This is Matoya's cave. My favorite track in the game. Like proper. I know I said that with the opening theme, but this. the track that stays in this game, that's my favorite.
Ouch!
I'm gonna rob you, old woman. I see those chests over there.
My eye! My eye! Ouch! I can't see a blasted thing without my crystal eye! Who could have stolen it from me?
See, this starts a trend in the game of fetch quests, which, you know, actually separates this from other Final Fantasy games. So you pretty much have to do a bunch of trades, like, you know, the trading side quest in Ocarina of Time. It's like that. Oh wow, that warg wolf withstood it. The one hit. Look at Edmund. Hold on. Let's take a moment to really indulge this. Edmund with his 38 HP and Wolfgar's 61 HP. What the hell is going on there? So, Edmund is more mage than warrior type fella. Okay, this actually might be a little bit of an issue. I think these guys are a bit harder hitting. Actually, no. We should be good. Ogre. A purple a purple ogre. Who would have thunk it? You're not green. So there are towns somewhere out this way. Crazy Horse. Sometimes there's just spaces in the attacks there. So is this like Little Caesar's brand garlic bread? If you found these sources somewhere else, they'd be garlic horses. There we go. Edmund got his HP up. Seagrick. Hold on. Let's look at Seagrick's health. Outclassing everyone else's. Rightly so. Oh, okay, yeah, that's just Peninsula. Ah, here we are. It's a bit disappointing that their health doesn't go up with, well, the level up. So it's just the addition. Like, here's your new top health. Oh, you were at full health prior? Well, fuck you. This is another place that made me think of these channels. I love them. Like, the early Final Fantasy games use this a lot. Like, Final Fantasy IV did it as well.
Those blasted pirates, they're running around looting and pillaging like they own the place.
What kind of black magic you got? Oh, that's level 2. If I recall, red mages can't go above certain threshold of magic. Let me actually throw that on Edmund. I'm not doing that, and he already... I'm not doing that either. My boys only have so much space. I might need to step out for some Gil.
Arr, you've got cannonballs of steel to be talking on to a great pirate beak. Keel haul 'em, boys. Aye, aye, Captain. We'll make their bones go crunch.
You sure about that? Oh shit, there's a lot of them. Suddenly I'm not so worried. I'm gonna need Edmund to do a heal, at least on himself. But yeah, right on Percival. Oh shit, that wasn't a lot of health. Well, that wasn't max anyway. You know, clean house. I believe there isn't in here. And I got 360 gil for that. That's pretty nice. Make number go bigger.
Arr, I be most sorry, young masters. I'll be making no more fuss, I swear. Yeah, I want you to take me ship for your troubles. Can you find it in your heart to forgive an old pirate? Arr.
And now I can go across the water. No, it didn't say airship. It did not. Very different.
Because of you, we needn't to fear the pirates anymore. Thank you so much. They say there are elves living across the sea, but the elf prince has fallen into a deep sleep and hasn't woke up. And I've fallen asleep and I can't wake up. Because of you, we needn't fear the pirates anymore. Thank you so much. You've read my text before from the other guy that looks exactly like me.
Item shop. Armor. So here should have... Well, I mean, obviously I'm gonna buy that. Dexy Grick out. Three. Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. I can't buy anything else. Ooh. That'd be arms. Yeah, so I want to focus on decking out Seagrick first, at least in regards to this stuff. So I am going to step outside for a short time to, you know, collect up Gil. Oops. There we go. Because I want to deck everyone out, and I want to get everything for everyone. Let's see. Where is... Oh, it's the white magic is on the top right corner. Cut through here. So the closest dock will have... Yep, right there. Funny thing is, you can also use tents on said ship. It'll look a little funny. However, if I recall, in the original version, it wasn't a full-blown ship like that. It was a canoe. So you can imagine 4 dudes pile on a canoe, and then you put up a tent on the canoe. Real money making strat here. Funniest thing is I'm also getting XP for this, so, you know, a little bit of a bonus. Best part about this game is you can technically play it one-handed. I'm gonna need to check how much gil I have after this battle. It shouldn't be past 100, I think. Okay, now it will be. 192, that's not bad, but I need more. Because I wasn't looking at what the price was for the magic inside of the black magic shop. Which I really should have, that was on me. It's like they say, if you have to ask, you can't afford it. The realest gameplay on Twitch. I could probably mix up the enemy variety a touch by either hopping in the boat or going in the forest. But you know, enemy variety is not quite this game's strong suit, because we've already seen like 2 variants of the wolf already. Same with the the goblin. Oh, by the way, this town is named Provoca. I didn't point it out. I will do this. How much money is it? 50, fine. Everybody get their sleep in. Okay, so here's a little issue with the first game. Can't nudge NPCs out of the way, and that is unbearably apparent in Provoca. I don't want any of these. Synchronized early birds. Hey, these guys are professionals. They know how to dance. What weapons they got here? I know I should be probably putting the money towards the armor, though. I don't know, that scimitar looking pretty nice. Attack 10, attack 15. I might as well save for the broadsword, at least for the warrior. Alternatively, having to lie awake in bed until everyone is conscious. Hey. Well, yeah. It gives you your thoughts, leaves you to your thoughts in mental practice of early bird jump. Can I just walk around? I don't have to... Yes, good. Aha, I can walk around you. Gonna need to get more gil though. Over here. Three. Only warrior can use that. Okay. Gloves. 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 Now this is fantasy music. Still nothing to sell. I'm actually lucky I managed to roll warrior, because that means I can get Excalibur later and use it. Alright. Already used the money. So it's 450 for one in broadsword. I'll need 3 of them. That's, let's see, 1200 plus 150 is 1350. Let's see how much gil I can get through fighting on the high seas. Yo, 240 gil. That's really nice. Oh shit. Tampa Bay. Real shit, I think Percival here gets more crits than the others. Maybe that's a secret thing. I'm already almost there. Yeah, those are definitely some big eyes. I find it funny that with Sahagins, later in the series, they become more fish-like than Fish Beast Man. And, you know, sometimes it's just a shark. I did not factor in buying Percival a new weapon. I didn't even think about it. Let me just walk around here. I'm actually going to talk that old mage man soon enough. There. Whip. Whip. And equip. Now I can sell 3 rapiers. There we go. How much? Not you, you. Well, let me... Before I get too crazy leaving town proper to go to the next place, I will check what they have in the item store. See how that goes.
I fled here from Melbond, a town far to the west. It is truly
Shit.
It is a truly pitiful sight. The earth rots and monsters attack in the night. Is there nothing you can do to help?
And you see, this is when I get scouted to do voice acting work. Because I am doing my own Polar Express starring Tom Hanks. And Tom Hanks. Featuring newcomer Tom Hanks. They got tents and cottages. I think I can buy that in the next town, though, so I'm not gonna be too worried about it. I'm glad they don't put anyone that walks around in here, or else I'd be trapped. What do you say? Oh, actual name drop of a body of water.
There are many monsters in the Aldean Sea. Best be careful.
Alright, get me out of here. Okay, well, I wasn't planning for that, but, you know, here we are. Oh, bigger damage. Big number. Oh, number go up. Haha. So, I cannot just free look on the map here. I actually used this as part of this. So how I did it when looking at this, like the background, I took the end game map, which had all the dots and shit. I took 2 different screenshots. You can't even see my mouse. One with a cursor to the left, you know, the little hand cursor. And one on the right. And just kind of split it down the middle so you didn't see a hand. However, that I kind of left the arrow hold on. Oh. Symbolizing, you know, where I am. Get the mouse out of here. There's supposed to be some kind of gimmick to big eyes, but I don't remember what. It's some kind of magic thing that they do. But you know, they die real quick. So, it doesn't matter. I believe I'm heading to the Elf Town currently. I think they just call it Elfland? Elfheim? Show me the money. 600. Yeah. I believe this is where I get... I thought there was a port there. There it is. Kill them all! Kill them all. 1987. World is a fantasy. 100 or 410 billion dead Sahagins. Shit. I think damn it. That mountain. Oh wait, no, it's to my south. I'm looking at the map. There's definitely the town to the south. And see how there's some mountains on the west, like a backwards question mark? Right where it turns into a stick, heading to like a dot for a question mark. That would be where the cave is for something. I think that's where the Lich's cave is. Don't quote me on that. It's been a minute. Elfheim, yeah. So, in the GBA version, you could read a tombstone here that says, "Here lies Link." Oh, shit. So, yes, it's supposed to be that Link. You know, green clothes. It's a gravestone. It's a gravestone. Wink nudge. Ha ha. Funny. And I believe there's two different sets of white. Yep, two different sets of white magic and black magic. I believe these are the stronger ones. I do not have the money for. Cures poison. Drives away all enemies in terror. I don't really want any of those. And I can't cast half of them. Well, when the link that went missing. Secretly, Final Fantasy 1 exists on that part of the timeline in Zelda where the hero is defeated. The only one that I'd want out of this list would be Haste. And maybe Blizzara. Like, there's the 3 timelines, though, that branch off from Ocarina. This one's on the one that has Link die. Armor. Immediately outclass. Oh, nope, never mind. Yeah, armlets aren't actually that good in this, by the way. Well, obviously I'm gonna buy that. Yeah. Whip. You with that. Immediately get pumped. Okay, that's all, yeah. You mean less surface area doesn't make for more effective armor? You'd be surprised. It could be a magic copper armlet. But yeah, armlets would go on like the arms section, which that would replace the leather gloves. So I imagine it's supposed to be like an armlet with a bit more surface area. Like it, almost like a bracer, but not quite. Also kind of funny how it costs more than a full suit. Wait, what? I wasn't looking. Is there... I wasn't paying it. Holy shit. That better be, like, expertly crafted copper, because... what a scam. I don't know about this elf. He may not be on the level. Ah, shit, what do I do? Oh, this voice. Ah.
I am a sage. When the time is right, the future is revealed to me. I shall wait patiently until then.
I think that's a late game guy. You have reached breaking ladders in half to sell 10-foot poles. We'll have economics. Hey, if it works. Still don't need this place. You have to charge to bring your friends back to life in the church. Wait, this guy isn't even an elf. He's the same guy as the last one. What weapons we got? Are you gonna try selling me a stick and calling it a bow staff? Oh. We just hook up Percival with this. Not you. Not you. There you are. Still not quite on par with everyone else. So far, with this particular run, where I rolled everyone, it has not changed my perception of the thief class for this game. These people are charging more than the other inn for a smaller building. I don't know about these elves, man. I think something... There's a little sketch about them. What about your low class black magic? What do you got here? Fyra and Thundara. I'd be down for Thundara. I have to imagine that they are facing some kind of level of inflation. You're renting out the entire building versus half of it. I would hope so. Now, that's what I want. Kira. That's the good shit. And this would just blanket everyone. That feeling when you don't have a white mage. If I could purge just one party member for a white mage, I'm looking at you, Percival. Anyway, time to farm money. It's honest work for honest pay. So I do get like a air quotes quest from inside the building, the castle. You dare flee? What kind of wolf flees? Smart one. A smart one flees. In which the red cloaked party members are the safest from getting off to the lot riders. You know what? Yeah, 3/4 of my party members are wearing red. Finally, the red party. The wild wolves probably have plenty of fleas. I mean, yeah, look at the location. Surely I'll find more money in the forest. I look at this background, right? This battle background, and think 1990s, like early 90s adventure game. Like, I would see this in, like, King's Quest. And me knowing what King's Quest probably shows my age. Like, even though, like, God, like 99% of those games are still older than me. I think I actually have a King's Quest CD lying around. I get blocked from going this way, right? Yeah, I would need something for that. Oh, finally, a green one. According to this, werewolves are green. If I recall, that little circle of sand on the bottom right is where I get a levistone for the airship. Oh shit, you know what? I talked about canoes earlier. Shit. Readjusting how I'm sitting, hold on. I talked about it earlier, but I definitely did not remember right that endgame enemies. I I think so. Wrong button. Hold on. There we go. I wanted Q. I want to say so. Yeah. I think it's actually the one on the top right. The bird's face. I call it perfect. Like, you know, the bird's face. Wing, bird gut, bird head. But I feel like there was one up, like that kind of thing up here, because this continent is the last one you go to. However, that might not be what you mean, and that could be just a different Final Fantasy game. I know that, I want to say 7 had this goofy peninsula where it was nothing but goblins. I was thinking of the right wingtip. Oh yeah, over here. Well, there is like a town right there. And there's like really strong enemies around here. There's like... oh shit, where is it? I think there's one over here as well. Maybe here. Specifically the peninsula on the opposite side of the water. Think about how regions are drawn. I know that they specifically made this continent like a bird, and like I think this one's supposed to be like a dragon's head. Let me lower my mic again. There we go. But yeah, maybe it was this. I don't recall going here. Let me go like, hold on, how much money do I have? 830. I feel like I was making more money on the water. Oh, perfect. This will net me 600. I swear though, this game will kill my voice. By the end of the game, my voice will be irreparably changed. Because the incessant need to voice act, whether or not it's good or bad. If Edmund keeps getting hit though, I think he might be our first death. Oops, shit. Evolving into a silent protagonist. Full stream, no commentary, any percent. I'm gonna end up turning into someone who sounds like they've smoked 12 packs a day without ever actually smoking. Edmund's close. He's getting real close. Shit. Due to this drop, we wasted 360 gil, and we didn't even know it. By Kira and heal now. I think there was something inside the black magic that I wanted. I'm gonna have to get it later, but I want to focus on, you know, getting the 2 healing magics I want. You and... oh no, I didn't even pay attention. Edmund can't cast heal. He's not a white mage. fuck. Truly, the white mage stands above all else. I suppose Wolfgar is getting that Bandara. So, due to unforeseen consequences of Red Mage ×2, I might have to throw in a couple black magics onto Edmund again, just to balance him a little more. Oh, you know what? I didn't even fully state what goes on with magics. So, rather than MP, like a good chunk of future FF games, you get uses like in D&D. So as you can see, I have 5 of 6 uses left on level 1 spells. Let me take a sip real quick. So, I could cast those 3 spells together 5 times. Actual Vancian casting, yeah. So, you know, like Cure. I could spam like 5 Cures out. Or 3 Cures and a couple Protects. I think at the... You know what? I was about to use Cure on Wolfgar there, but I can just, you know, have a little, take a sleepy sleep. You know, asterisk, what is it, faint? Give warrior a chance to walk around. I don't want in here. I think I'm set on weapons and armor at the moment, so let me take a peek here at their wares. I believe I run into a couple things that use poison later, so there we go.
Weapons and armor made of mithril, sturdy and powerful. You're gonna want to try. You'll be surprised, even though we don't sell mithril here.
I believe I already read that. Let me scoot that over.
Our prince was meant to become the Elf King. But what will happen now?
Will they just throw me in the middle? Yep, okay, good. So, this area jumps off to provide other things for more fetch quest stuff. Like that over there, I believe, unlocks with a fetch quest key. And here's where a financial deficit from Gil buying the mithril armor would be if they sold it to me. Listen, mithril looks expensive, probably. The Mystic Key.
No! The treasure room was secured, but with the Mystic Key.
Mystic Key appearing once again. After, oops, last showing up at Castle Cornelia. Is there any other treasure room No, there's just one big room.
Astos' curse has put a prince into a deep sleep which he cannot awake. Please, will you not aid in our sleeping prince, or slumbering prince?
Synonyms, I swear. Here he is. Healer.
The prince has slept under Astos' curse for 5 years now. There must be a concoction that can rouse one who sleeps so. But where?
If only there was some kind of class based around theft that could perform skills based upon their namesake in this situation. Oops, hold on. Yeah, I know, I wish. Surely there's someone. Why are you separated from the rest, fella?
I heard rumors of a witch who can brew any potion you could imagine. Let's see, I think her name was Matoya.
We ran into her earlier, but she's part of a fetch quest, and I gotta bring her quest, crystal eye from someone who stole it. But in order to do that, you gotta give the person who stole it something. Well, at least we have talc powder to make up for it. There's a spell that can wake them up. And even an item, which is effectively talc powder. Shit, hold on. I believe I want to go this way. Like, hold on. There's dwarves here, I think. And there's a castle there. I think the castle is connected to the fetch quest. I don't get to just squeeze by. That's right. Percival, just steal those crits from other characters. On the plus side, I'm making money. Yeah, here we are. Kind of looks more like a mansion than a castle, but whatever. One. 2 doors. I tried hitting E to talk to the bat. I don't know why I expected conversation from a bat. Can I just walk around, right? Blocked by the key. It's probably some overlap in castles and mansions. Well, yeah. Plus, it could depend on one's own definition of a keep.
I was tricked by Astos, king of the Dark Elves. But now, my castle has fallen into ruin. Have you heard of the Dark Elves? If I could only retrieve the crown from the marsh cave, I would be able to restore my castle.
Well, palaces and mansions have more overlap between each other. Yeah, that's true. Because not all palaces look like castles, especially newer ones.
I would be able...
I already read that.
Might you bring me the crown? Can you, bring me the king my crown?
And I believe Marsh Cave is south. I want to go north. Unless I can't. Hold on. Yeah, no, I can't. However, wolves. If it weren't for money and experience, I'd turn off encounters. Although that does seem to cheapen the experience of the whole thing. I feel like turning on and off encounters is for those people who kind of get sick of constantly stopping after a while. Well, this is a marsh, so... Ah, yes. The well-known marsh wolf. Number go up. Become green. Where is it? Thought there was a cave here. Good, you didn't flee. Oh, you know what? No. I thought in that divot where the grass is lighter, there'd be the, cave, but it's not there. And there isn't really a spot to hook around into the outer section. Unfortunately, I can't zoom on this map. Swear it was something down this way. Oh, there it is. It's just a hole in the ground. I was expecting, you know, a cave to be in the mountain. I'm loving this triple digit damage. I wasn't paying attention to what dropped. Hold on. I don't know why I thought it'd be in there. I think it was just an antidote. Let me actually use a tent. And make a proper save. There we go. So we do have an immediate map. Marsh Cave is actually one of the more confusing dungeons, if you can believe it. This might actually be the right way, I don't remember. I'm not expecting too much of goodies. Oh shit, would you look at that? Echo grass. That would cure silence, I believe. Yeah, that is way to go. Just use a wrench and take their skull. This is just a dead end. Do treasure chests oh shit, a gray ooze. Ah. See, I was thinking like slimes. I thought maybe there wouldn't be as much damage done, and this is nothing. Yep, that's a bat. No one's in need of that yet. Triple digit man over here. That's the way I came in. I always kind of found it curious that The zombies and ghouls, off caps lock, kind of look like scientists rather than medieval fellas. You also notice a theme in what kind of enemies are here. I believe this is mostly a treasure room sort of thing. You don't often see a gargoyle with bug eyes. Potion. You want to be the first game with advanced precursor technology. I mean, this game does have precursor technology to it. I want to say it was the Sky Temple or whatever the hell it's called. It's a tower in the desert on the Bird Island. Ooh, that has a bunch of tech up there. Like ancient civilization, sort of way more advanced than it should have been, sort of shit. Like, you see a war machine that would fit in with like FF6 or 7 in that tower. I'm also not doing that fight. the one I just mentioned with the machine. Yeah, I'm not fighting that. That's a super boss. I did it once. 4,900. Actually, one hit him with a cure. Can hit all of them. How much damage is that? Not terrible. Enough for it to work. Well, not against that one. That needed a couple more hits. That just leaves this one over here. Oop, nope. One too far. There we go. We got 2 more uses on this. Everybody's trying hard, I swear. See? See, Percival, you can hit when you feel like it. I might be questioning my decision a little on not buying Poisona. Wow, it's worthless. You know what? I don't want to fight these. Escaped. It's enough green slimes for the moment. Now about that ladder. Oh, right. Whoops. I didn't mean to flee. Hold on. I know someone was hit with... Huh. Actually, I'm curious though about Edmund and Wolfgar. You guys are the same level, yet your stats are a bit different. How did you guys pull that off? The only difference I can imagine that being caused by is the different magic you guys picked up. This time, actually attack the enemy. A classic. The violinist going crazy. Maybe dice are rolled for stats on level up. Maybe? I have to assume so. It would certainly fit with how this run started, considering I rolled a die on these characters and then randomly generated some names for them. Edmund, please stop being poisoned. I only have so many antidotes. Alright, so 11, 13, and 10. 11, 14, 14, 8. So yes, something is going on with that. Oh, right, hold on. And unlike other games, this one doesn't have an accessories slot for characters. Well, I believe this would classify as that, but not in the same way. Chest does not show up. Oh, chests do show up on the map, though. One of those is a trap. I feel like one of those is a trap. And there's no reason to go in the top right room. Please, Edmund, can you stay unpoisoned for 5 minutes? I'm sure that was a good use. So this should be the middle one. Hey, it wasn't Edmund this time. Alright, use antidote. Seagrick. Magic. You. There. It was a potion. All is well. Wrong button. Tab and Q are real close to each other. That was not the middle one. Thankfully, stone creatures don't cause poison. Isn't that... Yes. I suppose I can sell it later. Okay, no one get poisoned. What did I just say, Seagrick? Well, he's just gonna have to suffer. And I don't think it just goes away. He's got a shit ton of health for early game. Thought I hit Q. It would have been interesting if they dropped antidotes, but, you know, that's not realistic to hope for. Yeah, no. Let's just leave. This just leads me down. Hit them all. That should kill the worm thing. Sorry. Oh shit! All of them. Don't worry. It's just an aesthetic choice to be flat. Oh well, if Secret dies, we can bring him back. That wasn't so bad. Before I exit, let me check for goodies. There's one on the far end. There. 3. That seems less like a treasure and more like an important item. Because it's surrounded by statues. But then again, that one also has statues, and it has 2 doors. Eaten good in this floor. Not that one. Just watch the gameplay itself. Just like how it'd be 11 games later. Surely the most riveting of numbers. Wait, hold on, did I? No, we're good. I'm just waiting on that message of Secret has fallen. Does poison not finish? Oh, there it is. My heavy hitter. Well, Edmund's screwed. So let... And I'm out of uses on Thundara. Great. Oh, there we go. Curious how only the party members next to the thief are getting poisoned. Jabbing them with ricin. That's Percival's secret. Fuck it, yeah. Delay the inevitable. I'm gonna raise Secret back once the battle's done. That means he doesn't get the experience on that. Items. Down on Secret. All is well. I do love money. I think it's a pretty good day when you go in a cave and you find 50 bucks. I love green. There goes Edmund. Our healer is down. Shit, Secret's down. He's hit. Risking life and limb for less than minimum wage divided between 4. Ah, shit. Like, yeah, 50 bucks divided by 4 is not much. What? That's gonna have a decimal to it. Yeah, 12.5. Not great. Imagine getting poisoned for 12 bucks. When did Percival get hit with the poison? And now Wolfgar is paralyzed. I suddenly think I might want to get out of here. Well, things aren't looking good for our heroes. Wait, hold on. There we go. Take the coward's way out. Well, shit. Oh, no, 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 no. These guys are related to mind flayers. I'm out of here. I am not dying to mind flayers for 12 bucks. Oh, shit. Yeah, guess what? They hit hard. So, just for the sake of it, I am gonna turn it off. Would it be acceptable if they were legally distinct from mind flayers? I mean, their names said, Pisco demons. So, maybe. We've already seen this segment. Oh, that had nothing. Also nothing. So, we have learned from a mistake. Okay, nothing. Don't go opening the one with the statues around it. Oh, good. A cottage that I can't use inside this cave. At least we got it for free. Oh, it was this one, wasn't it? Nope, empty. It was this one. So, I'm not opening that. Unless I actually have to. I might have to, actually. Also, it's confirmed that I can't die to poisons. Mystic Key, that'll be something for later then. Also, Mystic Key. I'm not liking where this is going. So that bottom row, completely locked up. I really hope this doesn't mean that... Shit, it does mean that I'm gonna have to fight the Pyska demons. At least now I know better not to try running away. I should have healed after I walked there. I don't even... Oh, wait, no. No. I guess you can't even use the copper armlet. So, not only is it worse for me, but I can't even use the copper armlet. Yeah, thank you. So I am gonna quick save now. Monsters! Hit them all. So those 2 hits were 38. Oh man. Percival on the edge of death. Just, you know, turn Seagrick into a Super Saiyan. And I think that was the last cast of Pandara. First of all, you had one job, not to die. Don't worry though, Percival, no one leveled up, so you're still good. Oh, would you look at that? Get me the hell out of here. I'll turn on encounters again once I'm out. I don't want to fight any more undead at the moment. You could say, Diet Mind Flayer kind of put me off them. What a lovely sound effect, though. The sound of poison. You accidentally drink your mouthwash or whatever on the way to the hospital to get your stomach pumped. You hear this the entire way. I hope that can remove poison. Use Phoenix down, Percival. Come on now. Show me that removal of poison. Please. Nope. At least the MP was restored. So... Oh shit, hold on. I want to make a stop at the store first. We gotta buy some antidotes. Probably even more frequent since the ambulance would cover tiles faster. Yeah, yeah. But then you'd hear the sound double because you know your wallet's in trouble. Because then your wallet would be poisoned. Yes, thank you Steam for letting me know that The Witcher Enhanced Edition is now on sale. It's probably like $1 now again. This isn't what I want. I think I can also rest at an inn to remove poison. There. Round it out there. Tents are more cost effective than the cottage. Get rid of that. Definitely get rid of that. Oh, right. Hang on. There we go. $1.49, close enough. I mean, technically, with my Steam wallet, I could just buy that right now, but I don't feel like it. I've actually heard that compared to the other two, that Witcher 1 is fucking awful. Okay, so yes, it does show them being able to equip it, but it did not state what slot it went to. New biggest sale. We will literally pay you to play this game. That'd be neat. Become big name streamer, so you get games to play for free. And you're technically being paid to play them. Alright. I also want to kind of find Poisona. Was Poisona here? Is it, I don't think it was. Kira Diara and Null Blaze, so no. Technically this could help later. Because, you know, the second dungeon is literally a volcano. What about you? Or was Poisona in... Oh, nope, there it is. Worth it. I don't remember what was here. I would buy haste, so let me actually step out of town. Get enough. Haste does hit a little different on turn-based like this. Farm the wolves for what little money they have. Because they have a paycheck for being wolves. Watch the dominoes fall. There we go. I'm actually curious. So that was, oops, back in there. That was, I missed the number. Shit. I was about to do the math on how many gil per wolf that was, and then how much each party member got. I needed 24 or 2,500. So 4 wolves. Calculator. 72. Each wolf gets paid $18, which means from that battle, each party member is $18 richer. Maybe the king should spend less of the kingdom's budget on wolves. It's a government outreach program for the forest. It's a national park type deal. What it really is our party members here have a hunting license. And we're helping to curb an overpopulation issue. Someone who's good at an economy, help me budget this. How many wolves do we have to pay to keep ourselves wolf free? I can't enter the castle from the back. I think after this battle I should have enough. Edmund is directly being targeted for all this. Yep. I don't have enough for a stay at the inn. Nope, that's the item shop. There we are. Listen, Mr. Black Mage, I just spent like a week in the woods killing wolves for this money. 2k subsidizing farmers, 3.5k defense, 1.5k infrastructure, 500k dangerous wild animals. What's wrong with my budget? I'm always in debt. Maybe get rid of the dangerous wild animals? Fuck you.
On a journey I once took to the west, I wandered into an ancient castle. Not a soul could be found inside, and the whole place gave me the creeps. So I got out as fast as I could.
It's actually kind of hard to do that voice, not gonna lie. Please, sir. Okay, there we go.
If the prince does not awaken, there will be no elf king. We will be at the mercy of the dark elf's evil power.
Why's a dark elf gotta be evil? What separates a dark elf from a regular elf, besides the dark connotation? What makes him dark? Is it a magic thing? Like, oops, I just cast, I don't know, dark magic a little too much. Their taste in music and fashion, probably. They're secretly the goth elves. I'm sure that's a thing somewhere. I was looking a little intently at the map, see if I was gonna have to cross the water. Well, the alternative is Australian elves. See, then they'd need their harnesses and apparati, so they don't fall off the planet. Hey, Mr. Elf King. Oh shit. Get back in there. There we go. Okay.
You fools fell right into my trap. I am Astos, king of the Dark Elves.
I don't remember this guy's voice, so I'm going with this. Surprised, by the way, he doesn't even look like an elf.
With the combined power of the crown you now hold, and the crystal eye I already possess, I will become the true Elf King. It's useless to resist me. I can take what is mine by sheer force.
This guy totally screams Dark Elf. Okay. Perhaps Dark Elves are progressive in the sense of not requiring the king to be even in the same species. Well, possibly. Maybe this is like a power corrupts kind of thing, like a evil magic kind of power. You know what? What the hell am I casting? Temper. So throw that on Percival as well. If you kind of look, you can see like ears there. Like kind of elf-like ears. Maybe he got mutated from the evil power. And that's kind of what Dark Elf means. Yeah, I was checking the magic spells there. So, this guy just casted haste on himself twice. Power of haste does not stack. Wow, a whopping 31 damage. See how, never mind. Don't worry, Wolfgar, you don't need to cast fire. You can put your hands down. You don't need to chant anymore. Now we have a Crystal Eye. You know, Matoya's Crystal Eye. My shoulder just hit the box. Maybe this Dark Elf though was kind of like a Elder Scrolls orc, in that their entire race got mutated because their god got eaten and shot out. Alright, back to Matoya's cave, which will give me a potion. Maybe. Back to our regularly scheduled attack. I do like the simplicity of this map, though. not too complicated. And sort of believable in its geology and geography. Not you elves. Oh shit. Ogre Chief is green. That means Shrek is a chief. Shrek holds a position of authority. I'm trying to remember the closest port to Matoya. I don't think it's by Provoca. Maybe it's in this divot here. There's the one by Cornelia. Shrek lore dropping well before it even existed. 1987. Shrek becomes known. That means this also exists in the Shrek timeline. Where was Shrek when Link died? I picked up an item, but I didn't look at it. I was already on to the next battle. The FF Legend of Zelda Shrek multiverse. See, now we can open ourselves up to an endgame style ending where everyone piles in. Like every single Link, every FF hero, Shrek, Donkey, Puss in Boots, everyone. Who would stand as that final villain above all, though? Farquaad? Or maybe Ganondorf? I mean, look, they even have the alter ego of Donkey, Crazy Horse. Sorry, Percival, you don't get a level up. Maybe you shouldn't have died. Maybe you should have thought about someone other than yourself. Anyway, the peninsula I was talking about was just to the northeast of that last town. Oh, the Elf Town or Provoca? Hold on. Assuming the funny zoning exists in this version. It's that one? Or this one? Because that might actually have been... No? So those are the two towns I've opened at the moment. Oh, besides Cornelia here. Pretty much the northeastern tip of that continent. This? Ah, okay. I could actually reach there here, currently. So I could check once I have a chat with Matoya. I feel like that kind of thing might have been a bug, though. Or they take the zoning because of it being close enough to this. Hey, old lady. Shit, I don't remember her voice.
Oh, what's this? My crystal eye? Give me here.
Without a doubt, it was an oversight. I would have to hope so, but that sounds funny regardless.
Don't worry. I have something to give you in exchange. Take this potion.
It's the most inconsistent voice ever.
It's the most amazing potion in my collection.
Jolt tonic.
I can see. I can see again. Frontwards, backwards, any way you see. Such a strange spell, swish, swish.
Ari. Na. Lek. Knack. Swish, swisharoo. Let me read that back. Cancel. And. Loan. Hold on. Let me actually physically write this down to actually like look at what I'm at it proper. So obviously that's cancel. Yeah, it's cancel and loan. Whatever that means. Do they all say that? Yep. What a silly spell. Alright, let's take a look at this peninsula. Yeah, this is gonna be since it's like super low enemies here, I'm just gonna save time a little. Get over there. Already outclassing this section. Pass Provoca. Let me turn on encounters here. Yeah, there's even a port here, so. Well, they can handle 58 damage. Things seem fine so far, but, you know, Edmund, once again, poisoned. Damn it, hold on. I'll just use Kira, fuck it. Well, I think they fixed it. They just have creepy crawly type enemies around here. Yeah, things seem fine. I would need to find like a NES ROM of the original. Would seem to be the case, yeah. Just like compare the two. And I don't have the canoe, so I can't go any further south. There you go, Percival. You finally got to level 14. Alright, boat time. I love hearing the first 10 seconds of that song over and over because enemies can't stay alive long enough. So once I bring this to the Elf Prince should hand me something. It might actually be the Mystic Key. Other way. Up here. No, not up here. The chief bailing on his subjects. First fucking thing he does is he sees us and he's like, no, I'm good. I don't want Elfheim. I want a lot of it from someone's playthrough where they decided to beat the game with only white mages. That sounds really tough. I've heard singular. Oh, only one white mage. And no one else. Okay, that is significantly harder. See, I think the most outlandish thing I've heard as a Final Fantasy party is 4 thieves and never bothering to get the upgrade, the class upgrade.
Jolt tonic.
Oh shit!
This jolt tonic may be just what we need to break the curse and awaken the prince. I will try it at once.
I want to mention that voice makes it a bit harder to actually enunciate L sounds.
Your Highness! Your Highness!
Well, I was having a dream. I was having a terrible nightmare. Am I still dreaming? You're the legendary warriors. Something tells me I'm not dreaming.
Make him sound like the weirdest dude.
I shall heed the legend as it was told to me and my forefathers.
Is this not a type of elf that lives a long time?
It's time for me to pass on a mystic key. Rightful owners, and it's come at last.
I don't like that voice. I don't like it at all. Finally, the Mystic Key. Time to go grave robbing. Outside the castle. Outside the castle. God, no. Back in there. Went one tile too far down. There we are. Mithril hammer. 800 gil. 700 gil. Bronze gloves. Well, let's just glue those on. Percival just getting beaten up. Bronze gloves. What's the big difference here? 1 point. There we go. Not you. Not magic. Damn it. There we go. Wow, it's trash. I would have to, like, hope that maybe a mithril hammer would do more damage to undead or something. So, I am going to make a quick trip back to Marsh Cave And just for, like, time saving's sake, while inside the cave, I'm gonna have encounters off. To get down to the bottom floor of that place. I swear, Percival, don't waste the health I just gave you. Shrek is dead once more. Not here. Turn to tune soon. I'm gonna use a tent before I go in there. Almost there. Edmund and Percival really are just the punching bags, I swear. But you know, thief, so it's acceptable for Percival to be the punching bag. I will say, like Dracula, Shrek can be be revived, rebooted as many times as the plot demands. Well, funny you say that, since Shrek 5 is coming out. I want this. Damn. Yeah, shit. That's not it. That was just supposed to be a joke. Funny thing is, I think it comes out like later this year, maybe, or next year, I think. I don't recall. Hold on. Shrek 5. Announced for July 2026. July 1st. You literally released the final chapter. Yeah, it was like Shrek the... Oh, it was Shrek Forever After. That it was called. That was actually fairly, but then it wasn't. Not anymore. But I want to mention that when I mentioned that Shrek was dead earlier, I lost a viewer for that, so I don't think they liked me speaking ill of Shrek. Speedrun Marsh Cave any percent. There was no ladders or anything in those bottom rooms, I don't think. No, keep going. There we go. That's a fella. Not escape. This game does mess with me in its keyboard configuration, because escape, you know, which usually opens up a menu, nothing. Uh-oh. Ah, shit. Here we go again. Super Saiyan. My characters need a fucking Zenkai boost. Very relatable, locking yourself in a room for so long you lose track of time, attacking the first person you see. These Pyska demons know what they're about. Bye, Edmund. Alright. First of all, get Edmund back on his feet. Shit. Sometimes you sequester yourself in your room for 3 years. No one gave you permission to die, Edmund. Magic. Use. Understandably, his magic is not as potent as, say, a white mage's. What kind of comedy is this? Oh, there's Thundara. Not as much damage as I was hoping for, but, you know, still enough. I think one day I might actually come back to this, though. Like, with a different playthrough. Oh, silver armlet. Right? And... that's actually better. Who else can wear it? Yeah, no, I'm not doing that for him. But do, like, a gimmick run every now and then. Like, all white mages, or all red mages. I'm sure the white mage one would be interesting. I would hope. Monsters! Calling it. Yeah. Speed up the damage dealer. Edmund, please. Just stay alive, please. I'm hoping this does decent enough damage to at least knock out one. Oh, wait. Well, no. Please, Pyska demons, don't look at Edmund, please. Good. What do we win, Jerry? An antidote. All that for an antidote. You also have to imagine that these monsters are shoving themselves inside these chests. That one has nothing. Like, there was like 3 Pyska demons in that chest. It'd be like a clown car. This one has 4. I'm gonna have to, like, every other turn, heal Edmund. Did have a round where I convinced multiple people inside my trash can and dorking around as a hermit crab. See, that sounds like a fun gimmick, though. How's Blizzard against these guys?
Bad.
Needless to say, security was very surprised once my shell was emptied into the brig. Multiple live feed. It's a magic trick, promise. Edmund single-handedly making me waste my Phoenix Downs. He is single-handedly keeping the Phoenix Down economy alive. Well, the place is empty now. We can leave. With the pace I'm going at, though, I think I might be able to at least reach the Lich's Cave. Because I'm thinking of stopping soonish. Though it is a shame you can't do the leg holes thing with a crate. Uptight out. That'd be even funnier though. Leg box. Box leg or whatever. Actual, like turn into an actual, oh, hold on. Actual crab. Box crab. Or, you know, technically even better. Box turtle. Oh shit, I just made Edmund Kira himself. There goes that use. There we go. I could probably draw up a crude sketch of a box turtle in that respect, though. Lizard turtle seems like an acceptable alternative. Yeah. Plus, you know, there is the lizard race in the game. Put on the box and boom. Especially since you can't always get the right hues by default for hermit crab. Yeah. I mean, if you really want to get technical, in a way, turtles are just lizards that are homeowners. So close, Edmund. So, the next place I want to go is, like, in here somewhere. I'd have to say Cornelia might have the closest, port. There you go, Edmund, you did it. I think I'm gonna call it once I actually properly reach Melmond and have a look around. Learn their woes. Or no, I have to actually loot Cornelia first. Yeah, hermit crab would need like a pinkish red color, right? You can't simply click on a trash can with a paint can to make it red. You just end up sticking the paint can in the trash. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, I want the castle. Where are you putting me? Though I could probably stand to experiment with tanning beds for gimmick looks. Yeah, I mean, that'd cause like the sunburn look then, at first. Which I suppose could be close enough. At this. I want outside. Is this good enough? Yeah, this is good. Saber. Cottage. Mithril knife. Heard you can switch out the bulbs to achieve for exotic colors. That might be worth a try. Like, test it with, say, a blue one. Oh, achieve more. Damn it. Whip. Do Percival. No, that 3 damage for 4% accuracy is not really worth it to me. Nitro powder. I'd have to bring that to dwarves. But I could test it with like a black light rather than the standard light bulb because of how drastic the difference is. See how that goes. I might actually play Space Station later. I mean, obviously not on stream, but just for the hell of it. I even actually put the recent stream of it, at least in part, on YouTube with Curse of Ra, where Cog 1 got turned into a desert. Oh good, there's a port here. I need to move the finger. I think the dwarf cave is somewhere over here. No, maybe here. I think Melmond is there or there. I think it's there. I remember now. I know how to get into Melmond. So I'm just gonna talk the dwarves first. And then call it a night. As the dwarves are nearby. Or, you know, rather, clear the way, give them the nitro powder, and then get to Melmond. Because it won't take too long to get to the dwarves. Because the dwarves are right there. Rob them. One thing you will notice, since this was an NES game, the undiverse amount of music. Are you in a cave? Are you in a cave that is of friendly people? Then you'll use Matoya's cave. And I said, missed a thing. It was no nitro powder.
The explosive force in this powder will have made canal open in no time flat. Oh yeah, Barons. Yeehaw.
Gotta stretch that file size for all it's worth. Yeah. It must have been like 100 megabytes or something like that. NES games are not large.
Here we go. I just gotta pick the
Dwarf at random. Got the right guy.
bro. We can blast this rock to smithereens. What you standing around for? Powder's set to blow. Unless you plan on going with it, you'd best get out while you still can.
Technically, these caves should be flooded. I didn't think about it. I had my mouse in the way. He gets his own victory song there.
I cannot wait to see what lies out there beyond the canal.
Melmond. Expecting an NES game to properly model water pressure. It's too much, I swear. Worm Killer. Ether. Potion. Mithril Mail. Cottage. 575 gil. The best kind of cottage is the kind you get for free. I'm gonna hold off a sec. Let me see if Percival can wear it. He cannot. Yeah, you're not gonna. You are not kidding, Worm Killer. The rich get richer. I think they're set now. Good enough. Not gonna deworm from your party. I am. With Worm Killer. Give him a nice poke and you're good. I kind of remember that there being something else with this area. You know what? This is where I get Excalibur. Because I go in here and I talk to him. And I hand him adamantite.
If only I had some that legendary metal adamantite, I'd be able to craft such a magical sword. The earth has started to rot. It began in the west, new decay spreads. Red crystalline, even the blind can see. I hear that the dark elf Astos nicked the one belonging to Matoya.
This was actually supposed to be the hint. I looted that already. So that was the hints I was supposed to get. Because I decided to go east instead of west first. Edmund, please. Not the dogs. I actually want to show off something with the boat. Edmund, don't do it, man. Oh shit, they patched it. Hang on. Used to be able to use it. Maybe it's just on the canoe. Everyone's good, I swear. Not gonna lie, among all of the classes in this game, I think the red mage looks coolest. But also, almost out of place with the rest. The hat just does not scream medieval to me for some reason. It feels like a later period. Look at it go. And a potion. So I'm gonna pop in, take a look around, and then call it. Surprise, Melmond is fucked. And I bet you they're gonna outclass Wormkiller. Fuck. Maybe Red Mage has more of a Renaissance vibe. That's what I'm actually kind of thinking. He does kind of scream Renaissance to me. How? I'm not attaching it. You know what? Actually, I'm actually feeling okay about not buying Warrior 1. Because I'd be losing out on a couple of accuracy points for just 1 point of attack. I'm gonna keep that just in case. There. I recall Melmond having some decent white magic and black magic. The armor shop just has to be different. Oh. It seems like I might be encouraged to grind a little money off camera. Not you. Not you. You. He's not quite as squishy anymore. Can you even wait? No, you can't. Wait, I actually want to sell chainmail, leather. We really get outclassed in our armor really quickly. That I always find white magic to be more important than black magic. That actually might have been why. Unfortunately, I cannot get that. I believe I could if I upgrade their rank. Alright. And what do you have? Instantly kills. Can't, can, but that's lame. There. And I'm gonna get some info. Stop my phone. If the Earth crystal regains its glow, life will return to the Earth. The hills and valleys will again be green. So even if you actually get around to Earth, like killing Lich and shit, Melman does not change. The vampire attacked, destroyed our church, and leaving our city in shambles.
Is there nothing we can do to stop the ruination of the Earth? Watts is my name. I've come all the way from Digger to find out the spring hide of the Earth's decay.
I've heard that the ancients possessed something with the power to make ships float in the sky. And this was the church. So if I did not have Phoenix Downs, I would have to go back to like Cornelia to revive my characters.
Long ago, a prosperous civilization thrived in the Northland. Now it's fallen to ruin.
That's actually the place I was talking about earlier with the ancient technology. Is there not an item shop? There's no item shop. Restore the crystals to grace. So, it is noted that they pretty much just tell you to go west. Alright. So, that'll be it for the night. We didn't get to Earth Temple, or Earth Cave, or whatever it's called. But we're pretty close. This isn't going as bad as I thought it'd be. But I do think Percival is not carrying his weight as a thief. Friday's gonna be a space station stream. I got one final Oddworld game to complete. Then I can swap that out with something. Initially, though, I was actually considering playing Legend of Dragoon instead of this today. But then I said, fuck it. Play this. I had fun with it. Oh, thank you for following. I just noticed. But, yeah. Friday will be Space Station stream. I'm just gonna, start at 6 that night. You know, my usual time. Yep. I do enjoy the, arranged music, though. Trolls. Yep. That'll be it. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your night.